Let me show you how real this is. I actually made a video called FoNToA, right? Explaining to you about FoNToA. Let me explain something to you. The reason why the FoNToA leaf is produced in the physical reality is from intanks or bad chicks or my empress that's stressed out, that causes a form of life leaf that deteriorates a certain type of way because the bad conduct of other individuals, and then she has to repel certain things of her physical a certain type of way because it comes out green and it has life, but people deteriorate it because they want to they it's not carbonated. They want to they 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 want to indulge in the continuance of bad motivation that causes stagnation in natural endurance in the physical reality, and then other people take it as a form of pressuring their reality to manifest a form of of existence where it manipulates other individuals' social conduct. It's just like a psychedelic psychedelic drug a certain type of way with other individuals. I say like mushrooms are a psychedelic drug that causes a form of stagnation to one's mental, and causes the perceptiveness of one parallel to be a certain type of way of reality, depending on one's usage of habitation, depending on, for real. But it is actually more a little different than the FoNToA leaf. The FoNToA leaf is a natural deterrence, the way they use it, and they call it grabba. A person that is a necromonging in the physical reality, like Chronicles of Riddick. So it's a real element drug that is pushed out a certain type of way from the elements of the natural deterioration that other people cause of social equality, and then it has a life form to try to repel and to protect the natural habitation, but other people deter it, and then causes how can I say this, depending on the person that using it, of the social equality too, because it could be used as I can't even tell you, a certain type of way, but you got to know what to do when you have it a certain type of way. But it's really, for real, I'm being honest, is a natural element deterrence that is pushed out a certain type of way from an element, because the natural deterioration of the pressure of the demoralization of the natural element of nature a certain type of way. But people that use it, majority of the time when they abuse it, it is certain type of people a certain type of way. There's other ways to go about social equality, but some people a certain type of way is a little different with their type of conduct, the way they do certain things in their social economics. You got to really be educated on levels of physics when it comes to uh, ma- uh, social magnetism of one's natural botany or habitation of social forms of, what word would I use to tell you this, social forms of oxynate oxynate oxynated is a oxygenated oxygenated reality, or forms of social um recessive receptory realities, or respiratory venting or prevention or respiratory equality or system. So is a different form. Certain people was mad is because this girl was banging on the floor, and then while I was going through the videos, it erased because somebody was banging. They were doing some weird shit upstairs, and then the door was open, and then next I was going through the video, scrolling down, and the video erased, and then I had to come outside to go remake the video. I don't know what they were doing, but anyway. But it's a social form of respiratory um, recessiveness or respiratory uh, prevention, respiratory system, or recitation, respiratory resuscitation of refinement. And then there's a form called botany, and then there's a form called respiratory recessment or residualment a certain type of way when it comes to the natural oxygenated, or it could be a form of oxygenation or oxygenated reality and stuff. So I don't really want to get too much into it, but it's a natural decompressant of the natural habitation of the element where something is being a form of high demoralization of real f- form of nature's habitational system when certain things are being abused a certain type of way. It'll naturally show on certain forms of oxygen trees a certain type of way. When you have certain people or certain social economics abuse certain things, it'll show on a level of physics of the oxygenation and of one's natural conduct of one's oxygen system or base forms a certain type of way if people are causing deterrence or a natural deterrent or demoralization to their physics and equality. It'll be at certain points of existence, and then you have to have a point of refinement or reflectiveness to get rid of it. But if you have somebody already combating and doing funny things that's fucking up the equality, that's causing the loss to the situation, there's a difference. But one got to think about the security of oneself. But it's really from the Empress of the Earth. She makes FoNToA and pushes it out because the natural deterrence and demoralization of other individuals. But you'll find out sooner or later. You got to really know physics to know what I'm speaking about. And people that try to get into that equality, social, economic, international security, you should really keep a real point of view on that type of situation. But love